sort of a way there. And yeah, I don't like it when people criticise me either, but it's mainly I hate myself, you know. Yeah, and Brad may be on very soon. Yes, and like, yeah. If you want to take 25 minutes to say the audio shit, that's fair enough. But at the end of the day, you have to give some, like you said, some feedback. And you can't give feedback when someone says, no, I'm not going to listen to you. So you have to take that into consideration too. The number of times you and I, Sean, have called out various dirty ass signals on the band, and I would never go and say, hey mate, your signal's not real crash right, because you know what's going to happen. Everybody's got the best signal on the planet. You just ask them, you know. They'll tell you, oh, I got the best camp, I got the best gear. Yeah, so it doesn't work. But yeah, that's all right. Yeah, Faye, I sent you that link, that URL. Can you have a look at it? Holy smokes! Wow! Okay, I don't know what to say with that. Oh dear. My constructive criticism would be to try a different microphone. Just even a BM800, just to see if it doesn't look like that. Okay, I won't mention on air here what you just sent me there. It's interesting. But yeah, I'd muck around. Maybe, I don't know where you got that mic. Maybe somebody dropped it or something. I don't know. Is it new, second-hand? I don't know. I'm not a fan of those particular mics, by the way. Oh, by the way, I'm on a Chinese mic today. The fake AKG 414. It's got a pretty good reputation for being a fake one. And Brad's just gone off now. He'll be back in a second. So, Robert, when it gets down to you, can you pass it across to Brad? He's hovering in the wings. So, hang on, VK4. I better put him in the log. Anyway, let's not start insulting things like that. What's this? Yeah. You try a different mic, Fabe. Hello to, Brandon. Yeah. Brandon, your receiver's deaf as a post. Yeah. Let me just insult somebody else now. Yeah, good audio, mate. And your receiver's deaf as a post. Unless it's across town. Yeah. And how are you receiving Sean and Chris and all those up north today? Have you got an antenna up today? See, I can't help myself. You got to love me, haven't you, for being direct. Robert, g'day to here. I should put it on because you said you're not going to be here too long. I'm using the Kenwood TS2000. I recently swapped a national HRO for. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. It's a really clean radio, I believe. Anybody complaining about the dirt skirts on this? Have a look at the dirt skirts and let me know. I won't get offended. For commercial radios, it's pretty damn good from what I can see at this end anyway. Okay, let me make sure that, yep, stop transmitting. I got a nasty email from George. He says, yeah, he's listening on the stream, not today, yesterday I think it was. And he says, oh, yeah, because I'm using a sort of a Vox. Oh, there it goes again. I'm using a Vox on this. I better just back it off a bit. On this microphone when I'm transmitting. And what happens is that if I start talking silently, the level drops down below the set point and it stops putting audio onto the stream. But I've got to be oh so careful, because otherwise it works all the time. So I can say nasty words when people are talking and you can hear me. So it's a bit like that. All right. Anyway, Brad's back. So, Rob, can you put it across to Brad there? I do have some other news, but it's not important. VK4 VIP, Brandon. And I'm glad you can hear Fabian today. Hi. VK4 VIP, VK4PA in the group, over.
Victor Kilo 2, Delta Tango.
Yeah, acknowledging VK2 Delta Tango. Well, mate, it's like this, Tony. If you don't like it, you can jam it, mate. Nah, I'm just shit-stirring, mate. Yeah, no, look, I can actually hear Sean today. It's because I've got less noise, mate. I had so much bloody noise yesterday with all those lightning storms around, and I've only got an S4 noise floor today. It's actually the quietest I've actually heard 40 metres in quite some time, actually, which is really, really good. I've got my stream going up there on YouTube at the moment. I'm finding YouTube seems to be a little bit more reliable than Twitch does, but yeah, so if you just probably search me up on YouTube there, I'll probably pop up. But yeah, no, that's the GO, mate. And yeah, look, mate, Fabian's, I think as the crow flies, probably a kilometre, if that. So, and I would be extremely shocked if I couldn't hear Fabian on 40 metres. I would be seriously going out and having a look at the antenna outside if I couldn't hear Fabian, mate. So, yeah, that's the GO, mate. But no, it seems okay. It seems to be working all right. So, but anyway, over to you there. I'm not sure the name, but VK2 DDT, I think it was, VK4VIP.
G'day, how's everyone? Just dropping in to say hi, and I'll be hanging around. So, yeah, that's about it, really. I believe it's over to Brad. I think I stopped on your turn, I think. Over to you, mate. No? Shaking your head, okay. Okay, I'm lost. I'm sorry. I have been listening.
You there,
VK4 and
Rob, and then hand it back to us, mate.
Radio. VK4, where do I go from that one? No, so VK2 DDT, VK4DE. Might have been worth paying attention. Hang on, I'm too broke to pay attention. Anyway, all good, all good. And Chris did say he was also back, so I think I don't know, I think Chris did call in before you, Brad. I think that might be the go, but I'll let someone here sort that all out. Okay, no, the TS2000 it sounds pretty good. I mean, it's not super wide audio or anything like that, but it sounds pretty flash Murray, for an out-of-the-box radio. Yeah, I did see a tiny bit of upper side beam response on closest and stuff like that. But that was that. I mean, gee whiz, gosh, you're booming in here. It could just be the cheap and nasty FPDX10 Fanscape. Leave it at that. Alright, look, I do have to go. I have to go and spend some time with my dog. We'll play soggy ball for a bit and see where we go from there. I'm trying to teach her to back up, like walk backwards, like uncommand. Now, anyway, I'll be back later on, time permitting. Hi. But yeah, look, I did hear Chris call in before he went for a... Man, you must have had a 30-second shower. Far out. Okay. So look, I'll put Chris on, and Chris, you can hand it to Brad, and I'll sign out at this time. VK4DL, VK4DE. Hang on a minute, Brad was first. Just saying, here's a trick for you to teach Azra, okay? My dog Spook. I didn't even have to train him. Okay. Yeah, okay, thanks, Chris. I'm just trying to get the order right. He did bust in just before you, 10 microseconds, I think. Hey, who cares? Who gives a shit? A nice treat, right? Take her out into the backyard, get a very nice treat, and balance it on her nose. And then say, stay, and then go inside of the house, keeping eye contact, without being nasty eye contact. And then when you get inside of the house, click your fingers and say, yep. And hopefully she'll learn to throw it up in the air and catch it. That was one of the My dog Spook did that, and I didn't train him how to do it. So, yeah, good luck with that, Robert.
Radio. See how that goes. Very food motivated. Extremely food motivated. Which is kind of good. I'm going to see the training side of this. Well, I thought you got to keep the pot full of trees. Alrighty, well, over to you, Brad, in that case, and I'll let someone else sort out the problem, and I'll probably, as I say, get back in a bit later on, an hour or so. VK4, HWEF, VK4 to the east.
Yeah, no, all good there, Robert. VK4 DE in the group, VK4HP returning. Yeah, g'day guys. Yeah, had an extremely, wouldn't be the easiest days I've had at work, but anyway. Yep, it's all over now. So I'm home and I'm playing radio, so that's the main thing. Hi. All good signals. Yeah, I've been sort of sandbagging for a while. I had old mate here, so I couldn't get on, so that's the reason behind that one. We'll keep it short. I'll hand it straight over to you there, Chris, VK4DL, and if you can hand it back to Chris number 2, VK2DDT, and Chris, VK2DDT, if you can hand it back to Sean, VK4NSP. So write that down so you don't forget. Hi. Take it away there, VK4DL. Chris. VK4HA.
You do have a fairly good shower, but it's not always a crazy shower, it's really dirty. No, we did a little bit of mechanical work today, picking up some rams, pulling them apart, and take the piston off and then take the head seal out and put the new head seal in because it was leaking. The piston was fine though. I think we might have worked on it before, so the ram might be a little bit bent and causing issues, leaking from the head seal. So fairly bothered with the head seal today. I think something was definitely done not too long ago anyway. Alright, then after that I put it all back on the harvester and we were thinking about going, but the thing is, we didn't have our siding and we've got one tractor and the drive is extremely long to the other siding, so rather than messing around, I've started to work up some plant cane again, so just hilling it up and making the plant cane happy. Alrighty, obviously I haven't done anything radio because I've been working, but I did enjoy those nice few days off, although I didn't really relax when I was on. I probably should have slept a little bit better than I did, but oh well, it's the way it is. Alright, I'm going to hand it over to Chris number 2, VK2 Delta Delta Tango, VK4 Delta Lima.
Thanks, mate. I'll just make sure I've got this on mute. Oh, dear. Come on. Jeez, I'm so slow. Multitasking, I'm not real good at it, I swear. So, it's been incredibly exciting around here because the weather is absolutely awful. And, it's Lismore. It's always pretty bad, actually. It's really, really hot all the time. It's hot and wet, or just hot. Yeah. Anyway, good enough. So, no excitement. I thought I'd new power supply from AliExpress. Woohoo! I'd buy heaps of stuff off there. Some people absolutely hate it and they go, Chinese rubbish. But I love the place, mate. I buy so much crap off there, and I haven't had any bad problems at all. Anything that's turned up broken or not working or different than what they claim to, I'd send it back. They actually give me a refund as soon as I type in tracking number for it. As soon as I put in the tracking number, bang, automatic refund comes straight to my bank. That's amazing. Unlike, I had a bad experience with Prime, Amazon, where I got the thing sent over and it was all crushed to pieces, and I sent it back and it took like 3 weeks to get back from America, and it just took them forever to refund me and stuff like that. And the chick on the phone, because I kept ringing them up saying, "Where's me money, Douglas?" It was like $700. She was going, "Oh well, we could refund you immediately, right, in the form of a gift card or prepaid card or whatever. We could do that immediately, or you could wait, another 3 days or so for the cash to go in." And I'm like, "Look, just refund me in the card and give me it." So anyway, but yes, I buy heaps of stuff off there, and I find it really, really good. So I'm going to crap off very, very shortly, because spaghetti bolognese is about to be put on the table, and I'm not going to do what I hear other amateurs doing all the time, which is, "Oh, my dinner's been on the table for an hour. Oh, I've got to go. And then they go, Steve-O, I haven't heard you for ages, mate. How's it going? Yeah, anyway, I've got to go. Dinner's been on the table for 2 hours now. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I'm mate with you to Antenna, and, and dinner's been on the table for 3 hours." Does it remind you of anyone? I tell you what, I hear that so often. So, anyway, if you call me back and I don't answer, it's because I'm speeding the state, but I'll be back after that. So, VK4NSP, I'm going to throw it over to you, Sean. Hopefully everything's going well, and everyone's healthy and everything like that. G'day to you, Tony, and g'day to Brad, and g'day to everyone else. And, yeah, that's about it. I'm going to go feed my face. VK2DDT, shoving it over to VK4NSP. There we go.
Okay, fine there, Chris. Sorry about that. Just had a huge internet break-up when just before you put it back to me for some reason. But yeah, okay, Chris. You're 5 and 5 up here at the moment, so you're sounding good. And we're probably, how far would you be from us? Probably about 1,200 k's or something to the receiver. So you're not doing a bad job at all. You're coming through here quite well this afternoon. So hope you had a good day there, Chris. Robert, if you're still listening in the shed there, I guess we'll catch you maybe in the next half an hour or so. I'll be around for the whole net tonight. There's probably a few people saying, "Oh, God damn it!" But anyway, I'll be around for a while tonight. Also, very good afternoon to you there, Brad. I think your normal signal there this afternoon, 15 over. So looks like the band is actually quite good today. And as I was saying to Fabian before, I was talking to Peter, the guy that runs 4970, and the maximum usable frequency must be just above it, because his daytime stuff is way down. Like, we're talking, he actually gave me a phone call just to see if the band was still having issues, and it definitely is. It looks like everything is not doing very well at the moment. I know I think, was it last week sometime, where the maximum usable frequency actually went above 7 megahertz, and we couldn't hear people fairly close to it. So it looks like the band is fairly up and down. I don't remember getting it like this time last year, but I guess there has been a couple of flares around and whatever, but hopefully it gets a little bit better, because I normally hop on 10 metres in summer, so hopefully it'll improve. I think I told Chris, I can't remember, it was on the weekend, I think, it might have been Saturday morning or something, I turned on on the 10 metre repeater frequency. I'm sure it wasn't Toowoomba, because Toowoomba's on the same frequency as the one down in VK7. But I was hearing the repeater quite well up here. So it looks like there has been a bit of conditions on 10 metres. I was also talking to Mark, VK3IMS, the big 6 metre guru, and he was saying that he's been getting into South America, would you believe, on 6 metres. Absolutely incredible what you can do on 6 metres. You know, it's amazing. And also 160. You know, if you've got a decent antenna, it's amazing how many countries people can get on 160 metres when you've got a decent antenna. You know, I think who was I talking to? Steve, VK5. Whatever he talks on it, I can't remember it now, but he's a big 160 metre guru, and he actually put up a huge big inverted owl right near the beach, I think a few years ago, and was talking all over the world on 160 metres. So it's quite amazing, isn't it? And I guess we've got well, Brandon knows him quite well, our broadcast friend who now lives in Alaska, who listens to AM radio in Australia a fair bit. So, you know, it's amazing when you've got a good science and a good antenna what you can do. Okay, I'll pass it over to you there, Tony, VK4PA in a group, VK4NFP.
Okay, thank you, Sean. VK4PA. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Geez, okay. Don't know what's going on there. It might be this radio. I've got it set at a very low power output, driving the amplifier. Maybe it's not consistent. It's the first time I use this the second time I've used this TS2000. And yeah, okay, about the DX conditions on 6 metres and all that. Well, we're pretty close to the peak of the cycle, so we'll have to expect that. If you don't get it now, you're not going to get it in, say, half a dozen years' time. So, yeah, any people that want to partake in all of that. Oh, get this microphone. What's going on here? There we go. Yeah, it's good. I hope they do the same there. I don't know if Chris, number 2, is listening or not. I'll just, in case you are there, Chris, if you haven't gone off to eat that pizza or what have you. I had the opposite experience. AliExpress ripped me off. You got to be very careful when you're ordering, of course. Chris, number 1, will tell you all about that because he's an aficionado like yourself. And you can get some good stuff on there, but you got to be so careful what you click the button on. You know, I made one mistake. I thought I was buying a solder sucker, and I thought, that's pretty good. Yeah, beware of the colour options. Yep. Not only that, other options. It's like, solder sucker. You know, it's $5.70, and then yeah, and I went in there and clicked, yep. And I forgot to look at the picture. The picture was right, but the picture was wrong, but the highlighted picture was right. And I didn't click on that, so what I ended up getting was 6 solder sucker tips. Jesus. So, but they'll come in handy, so I actually bought the solder sucker anyway, so I have got spare tips for it now. Hey, ooh. But yeah, you've got to be so careful. And to get once I bought a packet of 9 items, you know, when they had the big day specials on, only 8 turned up. I had absolutely no way to convince them that the 9th item wasn't in the packet. They wanted my firstborn, if I ever had any kids, before they'd even consider looking into it. So, no, yeah, it's good, but you got to take the wins with the losers. But having said that, when I did order that amplifier a while back that was fake, and it never turned up, they sent me the phony tracking number. They did send me a refund. So, yes, it's a bit of swings and roundabouts. And the Amazon story, the only thing I ordered on Amazon that was wrong was I ordered a very, very nice soldering station, 100-watt variable temperature soldering station, and it you know, it was on Amazon, 240 volt, blah, blah, blah. Clicked all the right buttons, 240 volt. 110 volt version turned up. I thought, God. So I rang them up. I said, this isn't what I ordered. And I clicked on the right thing. Luckily, I saved screen grabs of everything, and I sent them the screen grabs of what I ordered. And the Sheila at the end there said all sorts of things, and I said, yeah, that's not good enough. So after I whinged for about 5 minutes, we're talking about a nice $250 station here. It wasn't a cheap, nasty thing. It was a big variable temperature station. Actually, they make them for Weller as well, but it was a Chinese one. She ended up saying, well, look, we'll refund your money and you just keep it. And I'm still using it to this day. Luckily, I've got a 110 volt power supply in my radio, in my workshop. So I just plug it into the 110 volt rail. It wasn't a big issue, but, you know, you've got to be oh so careful. Brandon, before I pass it along, Robert gave you, he reckoned you were better with the processor off. I disagree. I think you're pretty good. You had more torque power with the processor on. It wasn't overly done. I mean, it was, yeah, sure, if you're 40/9, yeah, you don't need the processor. I never use a processor, but it wasn't vicious. It wasn't overbearing. The only thing that was overbearing was the fact that you're going, Pied Piper, Peeper Peckles, Peep Pipe Poo Pa on the pick pock puck microphone. They're very pickly there, yeah. Oh my God, I've got a 5-minute timer on this. I've been talking 5 minutes. I better get off. I did check it. 5 minutes. Shit a bit. Sorry. Yeah, very puffy on the mic. Just talk sideways across it, please. Don't blow into the mic. Nobody likes being blown into the mic. VK4VIP, VK4PA. Sorry about the long over. I tried to keep it short. Over.
Yeah, VK4PA, VK4VIP. Yeah, matter of fact, I do talk into the side of the mic anyway, mate. But anyway, it's just that I breathe out my mouth, not my nose, mate. That's probably why you hear that quite frequently. But yeah, no, happy days, mate. And still haven't got much noise here, thankfully. But yeah, that's probably why I need to get myself a desk mic there. Might be a little bit better. So you've actually dropped down a little bit, Tony. You're only doing 10/9 now. You were 20 to 25 over, so maybe the band's changing there a little bit. And yeah, not really much else to add here. That's about all that's really happening here. And look, the processor goes okay. I think it usually tells me I get somewhere between 5 to 15 dB of compression there. It helps when you're running QRP. So, mind you, I managed to talk into Las Vegas last night on 20 metres using the IC705 there, which I was quite impressed with. Mind you, it was 11 o'clock last night when the band conditions were probably a little bit better. But nonetheless, I was quite happy with that. Having spoke DX over in the States for a number of years there. I should probably look at your list there, mate. I'm not sure who was next in the line there. I did disappear there for a little bit while I went out and got myself a bourbon out of the fridge there. So hopefully I'll start talking sideband soon. But I can only have the one because I'm not supposed to drink when I'm on call with work. So anyway, looking at your list there, what's it telling me? It's telling me that DE is away. So it'll be on to Brad there, HAX. So over to you there, Brad. VK4HAX in the group, VK4VIP.
Yeah, no, all good there, Brandon. VK4VIP in the group, VK4HAX returning. Yeah, no, all good, guys. And all reasonable signals. I actually feel a bit knackered tonight, to tell you the truth. I've had a pretty full-on day. Not like me to have a day like that on a Wednesday. Oh no, Wednesday, yeah, I got hammered from Rocky for a start, and then, got to go and visit the mine tomorrow, feed that mob for another week, so, I picked all their stuff today, so, yeah, they'll be happy when they get it. Got to take the big truck in there, so, yep. So tomorrow shouldn't be as bad as what it was last week, because last week was a short week because of the public holiday. And when I got back to work, I got absolutely hammered. So I should have a half reasonable day tomorrow. Yep. And I've got to work Saturday as well. I've got bloody stock take to do. Got to play counting. So, what that really excites me. Not. Okay. Just using the ribbon microphone today, the Hermes Light 2, the Rodecaster Pro, Cetus of course, I hear you, Tony. Yeah, no, the PS2000 sounds good, mate. It does. Sounds like a good radio. They just look like a piece of crap, that's all. I just don't like the aesthetics of them. They just, They remind me of the rear end. They remind me of the rear end of those Mitsubishi Prados that have got those bloody spare tyres on the back door with that cover oak, and they're right in the centre. It just does not. Oh. They annoy the hell out of me too, I tell you. If I was a draftsman or a design engineer, I'd just say, nah. Sorry, fail. But anyway. That was good. Alright, I won't waff on. Good on the refurb of the hydraulic ram there, Chris. Yep. It's one of those jobs that, you've got to do them right, eh? Otherwise, you can put it all back together and the bloody thing fails on the first excavation. But, no dramas there. Okay, over to you there, Chris. VK4DL in the group, VK4HAX, and I can find the mouse. There we go. Over to you, Chris.
Radio, VK4HAX, VK4 Delta Lima, and I probably should have waited a little bit longer there. Wasn't paying attention. What I was looking at is the tracking for my little computer, and it's in Mackay, so that almost certainly means it's coming tomorrow. Assuming tomorrow's not a weekday. I'm sorry, weekend I should say, but I don't think it is. Nope, it's all good. So, yep. Should be able to, it's going to go to the post office, annoyingly. That's okay. Maybe girlfriend can pick it up after work or something, because I'm definitely going to be working later tomorrow. We got to do bins basically, and normally this takes about 5:30 when we finish, because we're cutting kind of far away from the siding. Anyway, it's all good. I will tracking. What I need to find out is if I can maybe make it go to a phosphor blocker rather than they hang on to it, because it makes it very easy for me. Alright, I'll probably fiddle around with that later. So I've got the units ready. I've got OpenWeather installed on one of them, and I've got FL Rig and all the other stuff installed on the other one. I will have to copy over the home folder, and after I do that, I shouldn't need to set up anything. Basically, copy it in the home folder. It's like app data on Windows. If you copy over app data, most of the time you don't need to reconfigure all the programs, because that's where the programs save their data. On Linux, it's just in the home folder inside the hidden dot folders. But so long as you copy the top one, everything will come with it. So, yep, I shouldn't have too much noise setup. Anyway, Although things, starting fresh probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely going to copy over stuff like WSJTX and QSS TV and all those other programs, because there's a lot of settings in there. So it's a lot easier just to go plonk onto a new computer and have it done for me. All right, I better pass it along, I think. So again, over to Chris number 2, VK2 Delta Delta Tango, VK4 Delta Lima. May not be able to hear me. Maybe Tony, if you want to check. Chris. Yeah, I think you're still there, Chris. VK2DDT. Over to you, Chris. I hate it when people drop out like that. VK2DDT. I know they say that, I didn't want to break in and annoy and over-talk anybody, but, it's important. VK2DDT. Chris, you across the room, over.
He might have got a phone call or something, Tony, so he'll come back and call back in again. So if you're listening, Chris, we'll put you away for now, and just call back in again after the Chris number 1. That's probably the best way to go. And also, the band is definitely improving a little bit. Brandon is probably double what he was when he first came on. So the band is definitely improving a little bit, which it normally does about this time. Normally, about now is probably when it sort of peaks a little bit there. So everyone's coming through quite good, which is good. Okay, as I said, I haven't done too much here today. I did look at a couple of YouTube videos again to see what... there's one particular guy who I follow in the UK who's like me, actually. He can't really set up too much at home. And pretty much every time he goes portable, which is actually a good idea, he tries a different antenna, which I thought was pretty cool. And what was interesting is the antenna that he tried last weekend is the one I was going to use, and he realises that it's not as good as another antenna that he was going to use. So at the moment, the best vertical that he reckons for 40, of course, is the quarter wave vertical, the same one that Chris uses, and he tried the 49ers to 1, which is only about 12 metres long, which works on 10, 20 and 40, sorry, this is down 15, the FWR is high on 15, and he was probably down a little bit, because the way he does it, he's got a friend that he works FT8 on, that is a certain distance away from where he works portable, and funny enough, I didn't think it would be this, could be some distance a little bit too, but he's only about, 50 k's away or something. But the difference between the 49ers to 1 12-metre long vertical, which is longer than the quarter wave, of course, which is 10 metres, was about 2 x-points difference between the two antennas. So, I think the vertical that Chris was using, was it 31 to 33 foot vertical, depending on what frequency you want, seems to be, still the best, one of the best antennas for portable. Of course, if you can put up a dipole, would be, probably better again, honestly. But if you can only put up a vertical, it seems to be, the guy in the UK probably tried about 20 different portable antennas. So I normally try to follow what he's doing, and it's quite amazing. He also tried a 33-foot vertical, which is, but he had heaps of radius. He had I think 3-6 radius, which is probably a lot for portable use, but he found a part where no one uses. So he put out a whole heap of radius and he reckons it was his best antenna he's ever used on 40 metres. So that was the 43-foot vertical with the 4-to-1 balance and Trench's gradient, and he reckons it was the best ever. But the problem with the 43-foot vertical, I guess, is what everyone says. The takeoff on 10 metres is not very good. So if you want to work DX on 10, it's not a good antenna. So it's only good for pretty much, well, it's okay on 80, so 80 to about 20, 15 metres. So yeah, but anyway, all fun, I guess, and I think I'll be going that way. I'm hoping that when Steve is back in town, he might want to come out with me a few times, because especially in this area where I want to go to, I want to have a second person. The problem around this area is nobody really wants to go portable, except for me. And if I ask, I can probably ask a non-radio friend and say, oh yeah, Carson a beer, there you go, have a few beers or something, and just sit with me and have a bit of a chat. And you can just be my security or something, because I'm a little bit worried about going to some parks that people will just come up and say, oh, I'm a little bit worried. I want a second person, which is, I think, understandable. So anyway, I've got everything ready to go, but I just want to see if Steve wants to go portable one day, and he also wants to. If he can't, I don't know if he can. I haven't spoken to him, so I don't know if he can put up anything at this stage. But he wants to. We can actually put up what I was thinking about is putting up his 49-to-1 NFED as a inverted feed, just for something a bit different. So you put the balance, or the underside, down at the ground level, and then up to the 10-metre height, and then put up as an inverted feed, and then fashion a copper pipe in the ground for the ground, and try that one day. There's one particular place I've been thinking about in the Perth, which is a park that really no one uses, and there's heaps of room, and there's a fence where we can put up the poles. So I reckon that'll be great. Anyway, so I'm just trying to think of stuff to bring up today, and I thought that was a good one, because I have to get the guy's call sign if you want to have a look at it as well. And he's a big portable guy in the UK. And I think the last antenna he tried, he spoke to VK quite easily on 20 metres, and he was only running 10 watts, so on 20. So I guess if you go to a location near a beach or something, near the salt water, go for it. Okay, over to you there, Tony, VK4PA in the group, VK4NFP.
VK2HL-4.
Okay, VK2HL -4. You might as well have a drop in there, horse. Put it back to me. I'm number 2 on the list. So let me just tick that. There we go. Yeah, okay, on the end of the list, but come on in anyway. Put it back to me. I'm number 2. VK2HL, VK4PA, over.
Yeah, okay, Tony. Good signal here, and that bypass must be working well for you there at Gympie. Your signal's channeling up here quite good without having to go through all those traffic lights. And Sean, interesting your comments on the antenna. In fact, this is pretty much what I've got here at the moment. I've got an end-fed antenna, half wave. Well, it's actually a half wave on 80. It's 130 feet long. That's the antenna I put up here first, and it runs from just outside the shack here to the shed in the back. A totally straight line. That's what I'm using now. And my other antenna I put up is a vertical, and it's 7 meters tall. It's using a metal fence as a counterpoint and a few ground stakes, and it also has a little capacity out on top. and that works really well on 20 meters, and it still works on 40 as well. It doesn't on the bottom, an MFJ 998 tuner, and with that setup it can match the antenna from 80 right up to 10 meters, and it does work well. But at the moment I've got a 9-to-1 transformer on the bottom, and the match on 20 meters is almost exact, doesn't really need a tuner. On 40 it's about 3-to-1, and the tuner in the amp can cope with that. But it works reasonably well, not as good as on 20, but on 20 meters into Europe it's probably almost as good as my beam was, which is still sitting in the shed waiting for the tower to go up. But as long as you put enough smoke in the bottom, it can produce quite a good signal on that vertical in Europe. So, but 43-foot vertical is a bit of a monster, really. We had to put up. I thought about it, but I decided against it, and that 7-meter one seems to do the job quite well. It's taller than a quarter wave on 20, but not as obviously not on 40 meters. But it does work really well on 20 meters. Okay, I'll put it over to you. That was a bit of a waffle from me. VK4PA.
ALG.
Aha. Okay. Well, mate, you might as well have a bit of a word there too. VK4ALG. Put it back to me there too, if you don't mind. I'm number 2 on the list, in case you didn't know. VK4ALG, VK4PA.
Yeah, it's Tony, VK4PA, VK4ALG. Good evening, everyone. How you going? G'day, Brad. G'day to everyone else on the net that can hear me. I've been working on my MC80 microphone today. I pulled it apart and found one of the capacitors was broken, which is why it was so distorted. So, new capacitors, resoldered the board, MC80 now plugged into the Kenwood 850. So, anyway, that's no compression, that's just the microphone and radio. What do you think, Tony? VK4PA, VK4ALG.
Yeah, sounds all right. It's a good stepping stone on the way to some serious audio, but yeah, it's not distorted. It is working the way it is intended to work. So yeah, good on you. You're very strong here too, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't 20 over 9, something crazy like that. Okay, you're on the end of the list. It'll go through. So yeah. I'm just finishing off. I thought Mark VK4AEF sent me some booze last week, and I'm just testing it out here still. Thank God I'm at the end of the second bottle now, so it won't be any more of it. I could have flown to Mars, I think, with it, but never mind. He had some visitors. I did try a DDS VFO for him the other day, but he had visitors, and look, he's pretty busy out there with all the construction and all he's doing out there, and people that he knows have passed away and things. So when he turns up, I left his radio, not the radio, I left my TS820 in line here with the testing DDS VFO. So if he ever turns up, I'll give it a burl. You can't tell anything. Okay, couple of quick comments. Okay. Yes. Gary, I don't know if you're listening or not there. Thank you very much. Look, I haven't unwrapped it properly. I got a care package from Gary today, VK4KE. He was sending off some stuff to various people. I thought, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, so, yep. Thank you if you're listening, Gary. There definitely is some stuff in there. I wouldn't have said it otherwise. There's some transistors and some insulated couplers for shafts, and look, I've just opened the box and dumped it on the bench because it got here this afternoon. Surprisingly enough, the person who delivered it put it at my front door, and of course I don't open the front door very much, so when I drove in, I thought, what the hell's that at my front door? So I went and had a look, and it was a package. So, yep, found it. That's a bonus. Looks like a storm heading our way. Yes, it is. It's not very noisy at the moment. I've got to tell you, it's been worse in the past. Yesterday and the day before, I think, were much worse. But, yep, it did a little... Yeah, I know. It looks like... Hang on a minute. Do I hear rain? Oh, my God, I hear spatter. I left my tractor out too. I got the tractor. I sent a picture to Brad and to Chris there. I thought it wasn't going to rain, so I left it out of the shed, and it's parked on the cement because I haven't quite finished installing the slasher on it yet. I've got to put the PTO shaft on it. I was going to do it in the morning, but now it's... Oh, God, it's raining. All right, it's going to get wet. I did buy some rust proofing for it too, by the way. Yes, I know, but yours isn't made in China, is it there, Chris? He says, ours has been in the rain for 3 years. Yeah, this is probably made out of tissue paper. So I did buy some rust proofing, and I did want to go over the joints, not all of it, just on the joints in the metalwork to hopefully ward off. I'm getting old, you know. If it lasts 10 years, that'll be a bonus, you know. And speaking of, oh yeah, I was mentioning before, I'm going to run out here because this thing's only on a 5-minute timer. I'm testing a TS2000 done a deal with, so it's as ugly as hell, right? I agree, Brad. It looks like a pregnant guppy, but yeah, the buttons are all there. Anyway, I won't go on about it. It's working fine since I replaced the polarizing filter on the digital display. You couldn't read it before, and now it's not too bad. It's not perfect. It's about 95%. It's pretty good. Anyway, enough of that. Yes, Australia Post. I've ordered about 8 packages from AliExpress, and guess what? They've been sitting in Australia Post since arriving in Australia on the 6th of this month. They haven't moved. I don't know what's going on with Australia Post. Maybe they're maybe they're on overseas strike or something, or maybe they've lost a lot of people. I don't know. It just seems unusual. They were pretty good there a couple of months ago, but at the moment, packages are coming in and been sitting there for nearly 2 weeks without being processed. So that was my 5-minute marker. So I'm a bit pissed about that. Yeah, lost a lot of managers. Is that what happened, Peter? Yeah, well, they've lost something. They've lost reality as far as I'm concerned. You know, if a package comes in, it gets released from customers, it goes over across to the depot, and it sits there from the 6th till now, and it's still sitting in the depot, and not 1, but 9 packages. Anyway, pass it across. I've had me whinge now. I feel a lot better. And it is drizzling on the roof. VK4VIP, VK4PA, over.
Yeah, VK4PA, VK4VIP. Yeah, not much to report here. I just noticed that had a bit of lightning in it there, mate, which is why I thought I'd Skype you a message there and let you know that there was a bit of a storm coming your way. So, yeah. No, very good, mate. I don't think I'll hold it too much longer, mate. I think I'm going to go QRT. It's about an hour or so before the other half gets home, and might want to tune around the bands there. But I meant to make mention last time of AliExpress. I've actually had a pretty good run of AliExpress, actually. I haven't actually been ripped off of it. Excuse me. Everything I've purchased has turned up there. I've had a few delays of a month or so, but everything's turned up. The only dud thing I've bought is I bought one of those BJ300 amplifiers, and I was warned by a fellow friend of mine that they are a hunk of shit, but I still bought one anyway, and it worked. I got about 200 watts out of it on sideband, and I think I had about a 5-minute conversation running it with about 50 watts AM carrier, and yep, it worked for 5 minutes, and then when I went to key up again, no go. So, yeah, and when you look inside, you can tell the fets that are inside of the second-hand crap, so that's probably why I had no luck with it. But anyway, that's all right. it was worth buying it in lieu of it. That's probably why having something that's tube based would probably be better anyway. And I'm actually seriously thinking about once I eventually get my 7610, getting an Acom 1000 and putting that on the bench beside the 7610. And I mean, being a kilowatt amplifier, you'd probably quite happily just throttle away at 400 watts there. So and it'd be no dramas at all. And then yeah, but other than that, not much else is really happening this neck of the woods there. So I've forgotten again who's up next. So I'll have a look at Tony's stream where all the information is. And HWEF, that's right. It's Brad there. So I'm going to go QRT, guys. You all have a good evening there, and we'll probably possibly talk to you guys tomorrow. VK4HAX in the group, VK4VIP. 7 trees all.
VK4 Romeo Echo.
And 4KDB.
Okay, yeah, I got you guys. Yeah, no, all good there, Brandon. Yeah, VK4VIP, VK4HAX mechanics. Yeah, just updating the call, the log. Yes. Yeah, good day to Andrew. Yes, and Kerry. Yes. Okay. 4K the DB. Yep. All good. And also good day to Horse, VK2 Hotel Lima, Port 4, and also to David, VK4 ALG. David, when it gets to your go, mate, can you hand it to Andrew? VK4RE, and Andrew, if you can hand it to David, VK4 ALG, and David, if you can hand it back to the top of the list, which is Sean, VK4 NST, and yeah, unless someone else drops in. Yeah, why?
No, especially when you got half a dozen. It's making itself known there. And yeah, well, wouldn't mind trying 20 metres, Kerry, just to see what it's like there. Go ahead.
Oh, if you want to, yeah, what is it, 14137, is it, over?
Yeah, 14137, over.
Yeah, I'll take you a few minutes to get there, but I'll go there now.
Yeah, same here, be a couple of moments there. Right, I'll meet you there, meet you back here if we don't make contact, Kerry.
Yourself.
Yeah, VK4 ZL2KCW, briefly. John Noel, QSL.
Okay, Jan, I'm not in a mobile. I'm with my home, my friend. My working solution today is mixed microphone PR40 from Ale. My top.
Okay, Ocean Bravo Foxtrot. Okay, I copy, no problem, Kilda.
young whiskey with my very, very best of 7.
Yeah, oh, well, I'll be here. I'll probably added it, yeah, I'll probably added that long too.
Annoying though, so there is that. But no, I don't know, it seems like a good idea, just yeah, having the radio there and the barbecue, because obviously you don't have to lug a barbecue around. Kind of blew girlfriend's mind the first time she saw it, but yeah, there's just public barbecues in the park. So yeah, it makes for a nice little day out. Alright, I do have to, I probably should buy more wire, I guess, so I could actually build a 40-meter dipole, so I could take it portable with me and actually use a dipole. But, I don't know. The vertical does work well enough. It's certainly like maybe a point down from my OCFs and the stuff that I've actually got up in the air, but I don't know, maybe I should try on a dipole as well, especially because wheels are so close, so imagining the takeoff angle on a dipole probably higher than what we want when we're close, so I don't know, I have to think about that one. Alright, I guess I'll pass it right along. So the order of my list, Horse, then is it David? Yep. Andrew, ADB, Kerry, yeah, and then Russ on the end there. Alright, over to you, Horse, if you're still there. VK2 Hotel Lima, or VK4 Delta Lima. You there, Horse? The VK2 Hotel Lima on that fancy antenna. You there?
I'm back, by the way.
Who's by the way?
Sorry, VKDDT.
DDT. Yeah, okay. He would be over to